Some memories of Trinity Christian College. I came here as a transfer student, second semester sophomore year, and the first thing I remember is coming on campus. It's January, we're in Chicago, it's stinking cold, and I'm living in the basement of South Hall. And all I remember is that it is just a barren wasteland down there, and no TV reception. And I remember thinking to myself, what did I get myself into? There was one dorm at the time, and it was South Hall. And my suite mates were two guys from the Humboldt Park area, and they gave me an interesting look at Trinity Christian College. Freddie Caraballo and Ray Rivera. And for a country guy from Iowa, meeting those two guys, it was really pretty interesting. And that's one good memory. Another memory, not so good from there, was I remember the second weekend I was on campus. It was during interim yet, and this was my first experience of really finding out that, you know, once in a while, back in the days, Trinity kind of emptied out on the weekends. And here I am, Friday night, you know, ready to, you know, hook up with somebody, whatever, and you know, there is absolutely no one on campus. I'm doing homework on a Friday night. I'm thinking, what in the world did I do coming here to this college? But, you know, from those beginnings to the end have just been tremendous. And soon enough, I got involved with so many different things, with intramurals, with other folks doing great opportunities and activities. And then the following year, I played basketball for the Trolls. First winning season in 10 years, I believe we had that year. And I had the opportunity to be a game manager for the women's volleyball team. And it was at that moment that I spied one of those Troll volleyball players. And my eyes never left her. And to this day, now she's my wife. We've been married 20 years, and it's an incredible memory that I have, you know, back from those days of Trinity Christian College. You know, as far as academics go at Trinity, I was a history major and secondary ed concentration. Dr. Rice was my advisor. I don't think I've ever met a gentleman that's more revered with his students. And Dr. Rice was an incredible man, or is an incredible man yet, but one of the things that he really showed to me was compassion for his students and also for, you know, people all over the world, and opened my eyes to see, you know, a much different side of history. And I appreciate that. And you know, one thing about Dr. Rice, if anyone's ever had him, I don't think he's ever said anything bad about anybody. And so even to this day, when Dr. Rice will say something, and he'll remember me as soon as I walk up and say one word. Oh, hey Dennis, how you doing? And he will always start with a positive word of encouragement. And as a college student back then, and as a colleague of his now, that's something that I'll never forget and always treasure.